Hello, welcome to FanPark Live. Chelsea, after a poor defeat to Bournemouth just under a week ago, have the opportunity to bounce back. Conte's job is on the line here, and this may be the worst performance I've seen from a Chelsea side in many, many years. Watford are leading 1-0 at half-time. Bakayoko has been sent off. Conte looks out of his depth. The Chelsea team look devoid of ideas. We're ready to take your calls on 0203 606 0315. And before you do that, remember to download the One Football app. They're our sponsors, they power this show, and you can get all their information in the description below. Download it. It is one of the best football apps around. And the best part, it is completely and utterly free of charge. Going to go to some of the comments coming in straight away here on YouTube. It's lots of laughing. I mean, I get there's going to be a lot of rival fans that use the social media outlets to talk about Chelsea. But one Chelsea fan here says, as much as I love my club Chelsea, we deserve this. We sold the wrong players. We haven't backed our manager. We deserve this. I would love to know the thoughts and feelings of Chelsea fans right now. Do you agree with that individual? Do you feel like you deserve to be where you are in the league right now, not challenging? Things looking to be falling apart? Or is this again the board not backing your manager? A feud then creates itself. This destroys the harmony amongst the squad and things go backwards. Maybe this is why after all the money that's been spent, Chelsea perform. They have a few years of mediocrity. They perform, few years of mediocrity. I would love to delve a little bit deeper into that here now during half-time and at full-time as well. First call coming through. Hello, welcome to FanPark Live. What's your name?
Paddy, mate. I've been on a few times before.
How are you? How you doing, mate?
I'm good, thanks. You?
Yeah, I'm very, very well. What was your thoughts on that first half display from Chelsea?
They've been poor, to be honest. I mean, it's been coming. I don't think they've played well in recent weeks. Of course, Brighton's the only anomaly in that. Bit like Arsenal, inconsistent. Of course, I'm an Arsenal fan, so yeah. After having so many inconsistent years and then Wenger not going, I think you've kind of got to stick with Conte, to be honest.
But do you think this Chelsea team will? If they lose tonight, how likely do you feel it is that Chelsea will dismiss him by the morning?
Oh yeah, for sure. I think if he loses tonight, that's his job done. Because I think Abramovich takes nothing. He wants that victory, and I mean, if they're not getting the victories that they need, they'll sack him.
Yeah, well, that's the thing is, I have sympathy for him because clearly he's a good manager. He's been very successful in his career in Italy, internationally, and then again with Chelsea. But I want to hear from Chelsea fans, and I'm going to ask you this as a neutral to the situation. Do you think it's disgraceful how the board treats so many of their top managers?
Yeah, I do, to be honest with you. I mean, if I was to see from an Arsenal perspective, I still think it's a bit disgraceful on the other hand. So there's a huge contrast between Arsenal and Chelsea in the way that you're looking at Arsenal are almost too nice to Wenger, whereas Chelsea are way too harsh on Conte.
No, I totally agree with you. There's a Chelsea fan here on 100% Chelsea channel. Just looking for his name again here. It's Luke Thomas who says it's not Conte's fault. How much of what's going on and going wrong at Chelsea right now would you lay at the feet of the manager?
I'd say he's definitely got some to take because, of course, the manager takes the blow in the face. But I'd still say the players, well, Morata hasn't been great. So I think that's a huge error of Chelsea at the moment, Morata's consistency and form. Of course, if I was Chelsea right now, I'd bring Giroud on. Of course, I'm an Arsenal fan, so Giroud's that super sub. I mean, he's done it in Leicester, he's done it in Bournemouth. He could really score some goals.
No, I really do understand what you're saying. And listen, mate, thank you very, very much for coming on, Paddy, and we'll speak to you again soon, mate.
Yeah, cheers, mate.
Take care. Going to go to a few more of the Chelsea comments here on 100% Chelsea. This is from Chubbs567 who says, is Conte blind? Bakayoko lost the call like 10 times loses the ball like 10 times a game. Surely shouldn't be starting him. And that's an interesting one as well there. Of course, Conte can't be blamed for what goes on in the transfer market. But you have Ross Barkley on the bench. Fabregas on the bench. Bakayoko's been awful. Why does he keep playing him? Hello, welcome to FanPark Live. What's your name, buddy?
You alright, mate?
I'm very well. What's your name?
Fucking Jason Labour.
What's your name?
Hey?
What's your name?
Jason Labour.
Jason Labour. You a Chelsea fan?
Yeah, mate.
And what was your thoughts on that first half display from your boys?
Fucking dreadful.
What's making you so poor? Are you unwell?
Shut up.
Oh, come on. You're not really a Chelsea fan, are you? Oh, he's gone. He bottled it. He bottled it. I love a call-up. Let's speak to some proper Chelsea fans here. Comment here saying, Conte is a broken man right now. Jared John says, we are effing wank, is what he believes. James Davis says, would have taken off Bakayoko in the first 10 minutes of the game to put some pressure on he puts too much pressure on the defence. Subbed after 10 minutes, who knew? Hello, welcome to FanPark Live. What's your name?
Hello, it's Double from Middlesbrough.
Hello, how are you?
Yeah, I'm not too bad, mate. How are you doing?
I'm doing very well, thank you.
Good.
A lot of Chelsea fans feeling a little sorry for Conte. Where do you stand on the debate? Do you think this is all his own doing, or is this again Chelsea's board ripping apart what a great manager builds?
Well, I always say this with any other team. I mean, I always think that it's not the manager's fault that the team are losing. I always think it's the players that should be responsible. Because, you know, everyone sacks their managers too early and stuff, and it's like, you know, well, you feel sorry for every single manager who gets sacked because it's not always their fault that the team loses. I always think it's the players' fault.
Yeah, no, I totally understand that. The sending off as well. Some Chelsea fans are saying that it was a little bit harsh. Do you think that Bakayoko committed 2 bookable offences?
Well, I'll be honest, it was a definite penalty for Watford, definitely. I think the first yellow card was a bit balmy, to be honest. But, you know, that's what referees are like. If they see something bad, they'll send you off. So I do think Bakayoko was unlucky to get sent off. And I think what Chelsea will do is they'll send it to the FA and try and claim the red card and try and...
I don't know if you can rescind yellow cards, though. If you get 2 yellow cards, I don't think that can be rescinded.
You can't overturn yellow cards, but you can overturn red cards.
Yeah, but I think if you get... Can someone clarify this for us? Maybe someone knows the law of football better than me. If you receive 2 yellow cards, which equals a red card, that can't... It's only straight reds that can be overturned, I believe. But I doubt they'll... I very much doubt they'll get that through because... There were bookable offences potentially, but you know the player, he's been really poor for Chelsea this year. You've got the likes of Fabregas and Barkley sitting around, not in the starting lineup. Yeah. That's where Conte is accountable because he's still picking this team.
Yeah, I mean, can I just also mention, like, since Diego Costa left Chelsea, they have not been as successful as they used to be. Because obviously Diego Costa used to score tons of goals for them, but you know that they've got Morata and all them. I think they'll come out in the second half, and I think they'll try and get a goal at least. I mean, Watford, to be honest, Watford have been the better team. You know, they've had more shots on target. Chelsea haven't even had a single shot on target in this first half. They've been awful. But I think it'll end as a draw.
You think it'll end? Well, Chelsea fans will certainly be hoping for that. But mate, really do appreciate your call as ever. Thank you.
Good. Cheers, mate.
Cheers. We're actually going to get the One Football app up on the screen now and actually go through some of the statistics of that first half. So you see there, obviously, look at that. 5 minutes as well. We'll focus on a few of the facts of the matter here. Bakayoko here, booked twice in 5 minutes. Twice in 5 minutes. That is absolutely amateur. And that came... I mean, how many times did he give the ball away? I saw at least 3 or 4 occasions. Sloppy passing, sloppy possession is giving that ball away. Absolutely disgraceful. It really, really is. If we look at the actual statistics here, Watford have had slightly less of the ball than Chelsea, but Chelsea are champions of England. Attempts, two shots on goal from Chelsea, with a squad worth hundreds of millions of pounds, one of the best managers in world football, there's absolutely no doubt about it. Eden Hazard, one of the best players in the world, and they've had 2 shots, none on target. Watford have dominated, 9 attempts on goal. If they could have got a few more of them on target, the game would have... Watford could be out of sight of Chelsea by now. That would be 2 defeats on the bounce. Come on, Chelsea fans, I want to hear from you. Hello, welcome to FanPark Live. What's your name?
My name is Sofian.
Sofian, how are you?
Good.
Good. Are you a Chelsea fan?
Yeah, I'm down right now.
So, how frustrated are you with Bakayoko right now?
He's not impressed. The red card just sums it up overall.
No, I get that. So, the red card was stupid. It was poor, sloppy play from him before that. Chelsea haven't settled. David Luiz at the back as well, poor on the ball. What's going wrong with your Chelsea team right now? Because you won the Premier League with ease under 12 months ago. But I know you're still in the top 4, but right now you don't look a shadow of that team.
To be honest, I think it's more the fault of the board, more than Antonio Conte, because Antonio Conte has no choice. He's head coach, and we've been linked in the summer with Lewandowski and all these players, and we get Morata. And then in January we never fixed our problems. And
Look, the thing is, though, Morata's a quality striker. I know he was your 4th choice. He was the 4th choice striker for the club. Of course, Lukaku was number 1. He went to Man United. They inquired about Aubameyang, who couldn't get the deal done. They inquired then with Manchester City regarding Aguero, and they knew that was a very difficult one to land. And they decided not to put all their eggs in that basket, and then they settled with Morata. But you are talking about a man with a very good record domestically and across Europe. But the play's so slow. The lack of creativity from the people behind Morata doesn't seem to be... of course, there's been great games this season for Chelsea. You've had some really good results against some big sides. But it's just not consistent. So many comments I'm reading here just saying too slow, too slow, too slow. Bakayoko is still trying to bed into the team, but the system doesn't work for him. Someone needs to slap Conte. These are the comments coming through from Chelsea fans.
I don't think taking off Conte is going to fix the issue, but I just think it's the lack of players and the lack of quality. Hazard's he's not performing as a false 9. There needs to be a focal point, I believe.
You say there is a lack of play. I said this in many videos I've done regarding Chelsea this year, many discussions about them, and there is a lack in depth. But your club has probably the best youth academy in the country right now in terms of the results that age group produces. Very few of them are given opportunities in the first team. The ones that are then seemingly are loaned out and then in the future sold, there appears to be absolutely no plan of action to embed these youngsters into your squad. And you've got some very good Chelsea starlets that have been produced by your academy over the last 4 or 5 years that are currently playing football at a fairly decent level across the Premier League, that I think they're your born and bred players. They've been with you since they were kids. They're going to play with passion. They're going to play with energy. They can instill some grit and some fire in the belly, which this current Chelsea squad seems to lack. Everybody, barring Christensen, are imported, and I think you need that element of homegrown talent and people that have been at the club for a number of years. For me, I'm asking you as a Chelsea fan this question: does something feel a little dry and a little stale at your club right now?
I think it's everything. The youth. I think it's good to bring in the youth. But I think the board is never. As long as we have Abramovich in charge, I don't think he'll ever be able to bring in youth players. And also, I think Antonio Conte has been trying in a way, because Christensen, we brought in Christensen, and we also brought Victor Moses back off loan. and I think he's trying to do something. But as you can see, the board's loaning out Masunda to Celtic and Kennedy. Kennedy was performing all right before they even loaned him out, but as you can see, the board is, and it's actually making me want Abramovich out.
Wow. First time I've ever heard a Chelsea fan say that. Really do appreciate your call, mate. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Cheers. Honestly, the first time in nearly 15 years I've heard a Chelsea fan say they want Roman Abramovich out. Let's see what goes on in the second half, ladies and gentlemen. We will, of course, pick this up at full time. We'll talk about the ownership. We'll talk about your lack of youth development. We'll talk about another poor transfer window, another manager being excreted out of your football club. Hopefully, for you, from your point of view, you can turn this round. That's a very Chelsea-dominated conversation at the moment. But Watford want to win this. They want to distance themselves from that relegation battle that they were seeing themselves move into. It's going to be an enthralling second 45 minutes. Come back and join us at the end. Make sure you download that OneFootball app, though. All the information you need is in the description below. Make sure you check it out. I've been Terry Flewers. Enjoy the second half. Take care. God bless. And I'll see you all again very soon.